Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Definition, aka Buttman, and it's been a big week for Batman with tons of reveals dropping for the film. Every week, same bat time, same bat channel, we break down all of the biggest updates on the movie, and this week there's a hell of a lot to unpack. After giving our reaction to the new Batmobile on Wednesday, I thought I'd take a closer look at the car to see what exactly has gone into it. We also have some casting news that there's been a lot of speculation over, as well as a potential location for the Batcave. There may be some spoilers here, so if you want to go into the film as blind as possible, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to never miss a video, and with that out of the way, shout outs Alex Reader and all of the people who've helped me to get to 200,000 subscribers. It means a lot, I massively appreciate it, you guys are the best. Now let's get into the video, thank you. Okay, so Matt Reeves released 3 images of the Batmobile earlier in the week that had Robert Pattinson, or at least someone wearing the batsuit, stood beside it. This has often been a tradition when Batman movies drop a first look, and after getting emo Affleck for Batman v Superman, we have the mad mechanic feel for this film. The Batmobile has a very handmade feel to it, and it definitely looks like someone has taken an existing vehicle and transformed it into the Caped Crusaders car. Because of this, there's a lot of speculation that Bruce may have put it together himself, or that Earl Cooper did. In case you don't know, Earl Cooper was a character in the animated series that was the top flight engineer for Global Motors. He became a whistleblower that exposed the company for their safety defects, and the corporation sent thugs after him in order to silence the character. Batman bust them up and saved his life, and after he was blacklisted, the Dark Knight went to him with a job to build the Batmobile. In the show he maintained it, and I do think that Batman will need someone by his side to help with the upkeep of the ride. Whether this role is just mushed into Alfred, we will see, but it's a nice theory that I've seen discussed online. As for the car itself, it looks very in line with the 1970s Dodge Challenger. The car was a very famous model during the 70s, and it's notorious for its loud engine and power. The muscle car that we see in the images has been built upon in several ways, most notably its engine, which has been moved to the back of the ride. Though we don't know what this is for exactly, it is possible that the front has been repurposed for something else. We do know from Ash Thorpe's comments on the film that this will be a very DIY Batman, and this has been showcased in his suit, Batbike, and now the car. I would hazard a guess that the front has been fitted out to store an armada of weapons and gadgets that Wayne has made himself, and these have been moved up top so that the car has a lot of power at the back. The vehicle has 2 enormous exhausts that travel vertically up the side of the car, and the engine itself is a V10 10-cylinder piston. This gets the name of V10 because, well, there are 10 cylinders that are all arranged in a V shape around the crankshaft. Basically, yeah, I don't know that much about cars, but apparently it means it will be fast. Very, very fast. V10 engines were first produced in 1965, and they were later made for road cars in 1994. Currently, we don't know specifically when the new Batman film is set, and it has been speculated as being set in the 90s all the way up to modern day. This application does let us know that the earliest the film can be set is 1994, so at least that narrows it down a bit to the last 25 years. Coupled with the engines as an afterburner, and it's clear that the main car's purpose is speed. To me, it feels very much like the first iteration of the Batmobile, and I can see this getting upgraded throughout the franchise. I've seen comparisons to John Wick's muscle car, Death Race, and a lot of others, and I definitely feel like it fits the world that they're going for. You can tell that the design team has just sat down and thought, right, this is the Batman that we want to make. What would a Batman like that look like, and what would they ride? This is the most down-to-earth depiction I've ever seen, even probably more grounded than Nolan's version, and I think the influences from Batman Noel are very clear here. Everything feels tangible, and similar to the art by Liber Mayho, it's all very consistent and real feeling. I love when designers do this, as you can clearly see what vision you are getting. Often in films, if they drop something in without thinking about how it mirrors the world, it stands out like a sore thumb. Ghostbusters reboot. I think we will eventually get something similar to the car from Noel, and I was actually quite surprised to see some people on the internet disappointed that it was just a car. I think the Bat Tank from the Nolan movies and Arkham Knight has reinforced the idea that Batman tends to have something more than a car, but often in the comics he just tends to have one with a couple of fins strapped on it. Judging by the tone of the film, this is a Batman that is going to be fighting robbers and low-level criminals and not Doomsday or Superman. Personally, I think it would be overkill to overdo it, and I'm glad that it's toned back as it lets us know that this is a realistic version of the character. In addition to this, we also got 2 casting adverts from Universal Extras who are filming outdoor shots in the middle of March. They require male and female extras to take part in scenes shooting over the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 22nd of March, so it's probably going to be a very busy week here at the channel. This is to fill the streets of a busy city, and on top of it, the company has called for people that drive left-hand cars. People in the UK drive on the opposite side to Americans, but as the movie is set in America, they require these types of vehicles. So keep an eye out that week, and if you live in Liverpool, I definitely recommend that you head out. This could potentially be more Batbike scenes, but the fact that they have released an image of the Batmobile, similar to how they released the suit before the outdoor filming on the bike, tells me that it will most likely be the car that is getting shot during this. So they're going for a realistic, gritty and grounded feel with not only the car, but also the surroundings. Earlier this week we had a post on subreddit DCEU Leaks, which I got banned from for posting Batman leaks, go figure, and it said the following: Liverpool native here. They're currently setting up for filming around St George's Hall in the city centre specifically. They seem to be planning to film on the passageway that leads from William Brown Street down into the cells underneath the hall. They've got a green screen at the end of the street, so it's definitely going on inside. I've got no idea if they're doing interior filming, but they're definitely using that long passageway. It goes right through the building and out the other side. The police used to use it to drop off and pick up criminals from the cell. Good chance they're using the interiors too. They then link the following picture that you can see in the screenshot and also an additional one of the halls underneath. They still look a lot like cells, and if you remove the images that are on the wall, I could definitely see this being a prison. Now there have been a number of suggestions thrown up, from Arkham Asylum to Killer Croc's Lair and a lot more. Personally, I believe that it may either be the Riddler's hideout, who needs to have access to a lot of things in Gotham at once, or Batman for the same reason. The cabin does aesthetically fit in with the look of the Batmobile, so if I had to guess anything, I would say that it may be the Batcave. Batman does need a lair, and the way that the infrastructure of this location has been built into the surrounding areas makes me think that it could be connected to Wayne Tower, Wayne Manor, and a lot more of the key locations in Gotham. This would allow Batman to seemingly appear and disappear around the city, and it would add a lot of weight to his legend. The green screen could be used to potentially show a background image like a waterfall, which are known to be seen in the Batcave, and there's a lot of potential here for locales. Now before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to let you know we're giving away a free copy of the Infinity Saga box set to one random subscriber. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts on the updates in the comment section below. The winner is going to be chosen at random on the 15th of March and the set will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. And finally, the last story that I think is worth covering is the casting of Max and Charlie Carver. This is a distinctive thing to note because the two twins really could fit a variety of roles in Gotham. The story was broken by AV Club and the internet immediately jumped to the assumption that they would be playing Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Personally, the two lumbering giants don't really fit the look of the actors, and many people agreed with this, and a theory that they were the Abramovich twins started rising. These two conjoined circus folk were big parts of the Arkham franchise, and as we know, the film is casting circus performers, so it is indeed possible that the pair could be fitting those roles. However, I have a completely different theory that ties in with one of our earlier videos. If you've been keeping up to date with the channel, then you'll know that an insider contacted me and let me know that the majority of the film was pulling from Batman Earth 1. I'll leave that video linked at the end as we provide evidence to how we can tell the person knows the details on the film. It's definitely worth checking out, so yeah, give it a watch after this. Anyway, Earth 1 is interesting because in volume 2 of that book, we are actually introduced to the Dent twins that play the parts of Gotham's DA and Gotham's Mayor. We already know that the death of the Mayor is going to be a big part in the work, and this election could link in with that. By the end of the work, one of them is dead and the other is badly injured, and the survivor takes on the personality of the one who was a very angry and brutal man. With us already having a Harvey Dent origin story so recently in The Dark Knight, I can definitely see this potentially being Harvey Dent either as a twin or with the other playing the most distinctive part of his personality. They could have him playing off against himself in a mirror, similar to Norman Osborn, or they could be two separate characters. To me, they look like what I'd imagine Harvey Dent to, and as we know, the storyline is pulling from The Long Halloween, which is a Two-Face origin story. There's a lot of food for thought, but hopefully you've enjoyed the theories and this has given you something to think about. As mentioned earlier, we do breakdowns on the Batman every week, same bat time, same bat channel, so make sure you stay locked to never miss any of the information. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and make sure you check out our full breakdown of the exclusive leak, which is going to be linked at the end. If you want to support the channel from as little as 99 cents a month, then please click the join button below. You get access to content early and can suggest video topics and breakdowns. We massively appreciate it, and it goes a long way to helping videos like this get made. If you want to come chat to us after the show, either follow us at DefinitionYT or click the Discord link in the description below. Those are the best ways to keep up to date with heavy spoilers, so hopefully we see you over there very soon. This is a channel for people who are super into superheroes, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I've been Definition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.